All right, all right, all right. As what was his name? I forgot the actor's name. All right, let's see how fast we come up here. Oh, we're on. Oh, but Facebook is messing with the picture. What is up with that? Let's see. Let me make sure that's working correctly. Uh-oh, why is it messed up? Let me see if it's not messed up on the phone. Let me see. Oh, it's messed up. Why is it messed up on the phone? Hey, Brian, can everyone see the picture okay? Because on my Facebook, it's grayed out. Hello, everybody. Hi, Penny. Hi, Adrian from Queens. Let me know if you guys can see the full picture on Facebook, because for me, it's grayed out. Hello, Rhonda in Kentucky. Okay, it looks good on your end. Good, I'm happy. That's all I'm happy about. Let me check. Okay, it's working. Sorry, guys. It looks weird on mine. Anyway, Brisbane, Australia. Hello. Good. Picture's good. I love it. Pennsylvania, Dustin. Hello. Ontario, Canada. Paul, welcome. Hi, Charlotte. Hello, Lisa. Hello, Corinne from Atlanta. Susan from Indianapolis. I saw North Carolina fly by. Right in Michigan, Emily. West Virginia, Eric. Hello. Dan said thank God for the show because his wife used to watch The Bachelor. Shelby from Texas. That's phenomenal. Geneva. What's up, Missy? Wendy in Elmira, New York. That's where my mom used to live. South Carolina, Sioux Falls. They're flying by so fast I can barely see them. Northwest Indiana. Travis from Wisconsin. Redneck, upstate New York. Susan, yes, I understand. Kathy from St. Louis. David in Michigan. America. Red Deer, Alberta. Wow, that was a long one. I'll get it next time. Wade, Central something. It's flying. Stella, City, Houston. Nancy, hello. Amanda from West Virginia. British Columbia, Canada. Christina. Canada's a gorgeous area. I wish it was better government. Christina, Westchester, New York. Hello, Karen. Hello, Lee from Virginia. Ryan from Michigan. The Penitentiary. Kelly in Northwest Indiana. Heather in Northeast Ohio. Okay. Sarah and Brett in Ohio. Did I just hear tonight that it was reversed in Ohio? I keep on forgetting who you guys' governor is because I think they're crazy. Anyway, but they reversed the hydroxychloroquine. I heard that was a big thing today after the president. I think I have a news story on it tonight after the president said some things and then it got reversed. Hello, Connie from Nebraska. Ann from Virginia. Sherry from Virginia. Sherry Smith from Virginia. West Virginia, sorry. Megan from North Carolina. Cassidy, San Antonio, Texas. DeWine, yes, DeWine. I keep forgetting DeWine. Hi, Lily. So, hello, everybody. Researching agenda. Don't research Agenda 21 unless you want, like, really not good stuff. All right. Minnesota, Julie. Kathy from Kentucky. Oldsmar, Florida. Bob, welcome. Hello, Sandra. Benning, Georgia. Janina, I think that's a cool name. Orlando. Michelle, welcome. Ohio, Jody. Hello. Lenny from Louisiana. Hello. Tish from Texas. Sandra from Virginia. I love seeing all these places. Roxanne from Austin. Buda, Texas. Is that correct, Rebecca? That's an interesting name. Buddha? I'm assuming it's Buddha. Caitlin from Buffalo, New York. Tara from New Jersey. Hello, Kim in St. Louis. Yes, the docs got unsealed. I have not seen them yet. I saw one link to the docs, but I wouldn't click on it because it's like a Google document, and I don't want any stuff being downloaded to my computer that I don't need on there. I'm not one of those brave people that clicks on random links from anybody on Twitter, so I'll wait until they actually get pushed up and then I can see the images of them. Yeah, I don't dive in. I also don't dive into WikiLeaks because I don't know where it's coming from, and I do not want stuff on my computer because God knows what they might do to you down the road. Okay. So I would wait for the JPEGs to come out up on Twitter, because trust me, the Anons will be all over it as soon as they're released. And I've heard as early as tonight, I've heard as late as possibly tomorrow, because the judge signed again today saying they had to be released. So we will see. Nice. Ohio got reversed. All right, let's dive in. Okay, I'm going to take you through some stuff, okay? First of all, I'm going to drop this on you. First of all, let me tell you this. I keep getting emails back from Sasha's assistant, because we're on for tomorrow night. Sasha Stone, 9:30 tomorrow night, Revolution Network. I am literally going to be spending the whole hour with Sasha, because he's got tremendous information that I believe is very important for everyone to hear. So every once in a while, if I get someone big on, I will take them through the whole hour, because it's vital information for everybody, and Sasha's amazing. So wait for that. Dr. Jason Dean, Revolution Network, your source for health, freedom, and knowledge. Let's rock and roll. So the first thing I want to point out is there's crazy stuff going on. And I went way over the edge last night, but I guess it's okay. I'm going to tell you why I went over the edge, and it actually played out again today. First of all, let me cover a couple things before we dive into the actual news stuff, okay? First of all, early this morning, Herman Cain, Herman Cain, it was reported, passed away. Even though he went into the hospital on July 1st for symptoms of COVID, he didn't die until July 30th. Why didn't they give him hydroxychloroquine if he's such a good friend of the president? So the timeline doesn't fully make sense. It doesn't make sense why he wouldn't have taken the medications if he's on the red side. However, I also want to play this out. I don't know if Herman Cain is a good guy or a bad guy. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, and that's why I was saying this morning, I didn't say he was good or bad. I just said that it doesn't add up. He was the Federal Reserve Chairman of Kansas City. He also rose up the ranks in Coke, Pepsi, Pillsbury. He also was the CEO of Godfather's Pizza, which has some sketchy ties to it. Also, right before Herman Cain ran for president, he had a massive problem on his hands, which was he was paying for rent and other expenses to a female that he was supposed to be having a relationship with, that then got taken care of because there was supposedly some infidelity in his marriage. Now, I'm not saying that stuff to judge him, because quite honestly, guess what? Our president doesn't exactly have the best past or history. I'm just saying that I'm not buying the story. Whether he was knocked off because of his ties to something, or he's being used in the background as part of the chess game, I don't know. I'm just saying it doesn't fully make sense, okay? So we have to follow that. I don't know, but it doesn't make sense. Oh, by the way, when he died, at the same exact time, roughly, the president tweeted out to go to Patio Pizza in, I think it's Long Island. I think it's Long Island. On St. James Place, meaning the same name of the island of Epstein. Like, guys, at what point is it not coincidence anymore? Whether this thing is legitimately true, the Q phenomenon, or it's a psyop, I don't care. It doesn't matter at this point. At what point do we stop saying these are coincidences? At what point do we realize that there's something going on behind the scenes and something's happening? Whether this has already been carried out and done and we're just seeing the actual movie, or it's still currently taking place, I do not know. But it doesn't make sense. And this was literally also the next day, 2 days after, Barr dropped the word pizza in the congressional committee hearings. Like, what the hell is going on? It doesn't make sense. Well, it makes a lot of sense, but it doesn't make sense at the same time, because we don't know what's happening. They're all speaking in code. And then the vice president is involved in 2 car accidents. Well, not really car accidents. He's in a big bus with his campaign. And yes, he was in it. Something about they hit a couple bikes, but then like motorcycles, but then all of a sudden a dump truck hit him. Right? Not hard, but there was an ambulance at one point. There was pictures. Now, this is my question, okay? Let me spell this out, right? And I don't know what happened. I don't have any more information other than there was 2 accidents. But what are the chances the vice president of the United States of America is in 2 car accidents the same day when he has Secret Service fully surrounding him? They probably have other vehicles surrounding the bus. And someone else is driving. It's like getting struck by lightning twice in the same day when you're the vice president. Like, when does that occur? I have a very hard time believing that something, whether they tried to whack him or something else is going on. But even then, let me tell you, we don't like to be around accident-prone people. If the vice president was in 2 accidents in the same day, I don't really want to be around him. I mean, that's typically not a good sign, right? So something is going on. And then on top of that, which is going to lead me into this video I'm going to show you, and I have some good, rich, quality videos tonight, some time, okay? We're going to show you some stuff because things are still crazy if you're not seeing it. And I'm catching these throughout the day and then sometimes at night. The president this morning, so let's see, he's tweeting out pizza places on St. James. He's tweeting out the golden age. And then today he tweets out that, oh yeah, if this doesn't get handled, this whole mail-in voting stuff, apparently court documents were just released. Okay, I'll see if I can go find some at the end of this, but I'm not going to dive in now. We're going to follow the show. I have notes. Okay? So he's tweeted all this stuff out, and then today, if mail-in voting is not handled because of fraud, we will delay the election. Now, I'm going to study this more through the weekend, but my understanding is right now that under possibly the War Powers Act, he can delay the election, especially under the state of emergency that we're under. I don't know all the details. I have to look into it, but I believe in the past I've looked up the War Powers Act and he's allowed to do that because keep in mind we are still in a state of emergency. That's why he's able to do the Defense Protection Act and all those different things, okay? So, however, after he said that, our Secretary of State, which I'm going to show you, was in a bit of a hearing himself in Congress, and Senator Tim Kaine, who happened to be the former vice presidential candidate for the demon incarnate Hillary Clinton, was questioning Secretary Pompeo on this same topic, which was for the election. And whoops, it's not coming up. Hold on. Saying, hey, is it really true that this can happen, that we can do this? Did President Trump really mean that he was going to delay the election? And now, as this reloads, because something happened to it, Pompeo, hold on a second, my video is not working. Secretary Pompeo is going to have the face he has on him as he takes us through this is quite hilarious. And I'm just waiting for the video to actually work the way it's supposed to work. Let me see why it's not working. Okay, hold on one second. Give me a moment because sometimes this occurs. It is not happy with the video, so I'm going to bring it back up for you the way it's supposed to be brought up back for you. And it's always fun when something doesn't go your direction, when it's recording video and it's supposed to be playing when you want it to play, but that's okay. We will bring it up because here it is. Okay. let me bring you over to the video and see if I can't play it while we're on it. This is actually what it was, but it's doing a little spin on me, which is always fun. Okay, so let me come back to that a second. The second one I want to bring up is, we'll start with this. Tucker, okay. Oh yeah, I'm getting, okay, everything is hung up on my end. Lovely. So everything is hung up on my end. That's awesome. That means that something's being screwed with, because every single one of my videos is hung up right now across the board, and they were just working before I came on. So give me a minute and I will take you through this. Don't worry, crazy stuff happens. And you guys, it sounds like some people are frozen on your end. Nice, I love it. This is fantastic. And my internet service is fantastic. My web service is going well. I have every speed here is good. Hold on, hang with me. We'll figure this out. All right. Or maybe we won't, because it's not going to anyway. So this is what we're going to do. Because we were video rich tonight. So Secretary Pompeo was being grilled by Senator Cain. Let me show you the picture so you can kind of see what's going on. A president cannot delay an election. The date of the election is established by Congress. It was established in 1845. There is no ability for a president to delay an election. First of all, Tim Kaine is an idiot and doesn't know what he's talking about, okay? So I'm good out there on social media, but my side is totally frozen up for video. Every single one of my videos is frozen up. So we're going to play this until we do whatever we have to do, and we'll figure it out, okay? So basically, Tim Kaine was, I'm going to wing it. Tim Kaine was grilling him, saying, what do you mean the president is going to delay the election? And Secretary Pompeo, with basically a giant smirk on his face, is saying, I'm not going to go into that. I'm not fully sure what he's talking about, but you can tell he does know what he's talking about. And he said, we are not going to talk about internal anything what the president tweeted. I will have to go into more detail. I'll have to get details for you. But basically, it's 2 minutes of Tim Kaine trying to drill. He's trying to drill Secretary Pompeo, which with Pompeo, I don't know. I'm a 50-50 Pompeo guy. Like, sometimes I think he's a war hawk. Sometimes maybe he flipped and he's a good guy. I don't fully know. But Pompeo's grin on his face clearly shows that he knows something, but he ain't talking anything. And people are asking, what does the president mean about delaying election? Now, is he really going to delay an election? I don't know. But have you, at this point, have you guys seen anything as crazy as what we're seeing right now? I don't know. So let me actually divert this, because the video is all off. So I'm just going to wing everything tonight, whatever comes to mind, and I'll go on best I can with stills. However, we were driving home tonight, my wife and I said, something's going insane. We actually have a storm that is being steered towards Florida right now. Why do I say steered? Well, I've told many of you before this story, but I'll repeat it. My wife's from Miami. They got plenty of hurricanes in Miami years and years and years ago, to the point where at one point there was, I think, 3 hurricanes that came through, and my wife lost her house. She was staying in an RV or a camper in her driveway with her parents until they actually fixed the house. So she knows exactly how storms work. She grew up in the water, on the beach. She knows the tropics, okay? Now, those storms were very small. I will tell you, in the last maybe 5 years or so, when Florida has gotten hit by storms, these storms have become the size of the state. They were never the size of the state. Now, down here, the media has already started to blare emergency lights for the state of Florida because of this storm, okay? The storm isn't even to Puerto Rico yet. They have no idea what it's going to do. The track started the other day where it was going up the east coast of Florida. And then it switched the next day to where it's going dead up the middle of Florida to take out the whole state. Yet it's not actually forecasted to be a hurricane. It's forecasted to be a tropical storm. And let me tell you the difference between a hurricane and a tropical storm. There is a giant day and night difference between a hurricane and a tropical storm. Hurricane, okay, we have to start preparing and getting ready for whatever might come through, depending on if it's category 1 or goes all the way up to the highest. A tropical storm, okay, I sit at home in the weekend and we just kind of let the rain fall and it passes through and no big deal. Floridians are so used to this, right, that we're not really too concerned. Trust me, we've been through some hurricanes down here that are much scarier. This is, even if this gets a hurricane, it's going over all land. It's going over all islands. It's going to break it up, and it's set to be a tropical storm unless they decide to upgrade it. Now, that tells you about the track of the storm. The track of the storm then changed to the center of Florida, but then the next day, I think yesterday, it changed to the west coast of Florida. They forecasted it, meaning that it would miss Central Florida and East Florida. So we're like, okay, it'll miss. It's going to go up probably to the Gulf. And then today, they decide to completely change directions again, and it goes from the west coast of Florida up the east coast of Florida again. So right now, it's forecasted, last time I checked, east coast of Florida, tropical storm, probably Saturday. I'm not worried about a tropical storm. We'll have some rain. We'll sit inside. We'll get some work done. We'll have play some games, etc. However, welcome to weather manipulation. It's called HARP. Why are they doing this? Well, Florida is a swing state. It shouldn't be. It's always been conservative for the most part. But they turned it into a swing state. Because Miami is insane, completely insane. Orlando's partially insane. And everywhere else, for the most part, other than maybe Jacksonville, but Jacksonville's kind of red in areas, it's mostly a red state. The last presidential election, we won Florida with the panhandle. Because Miami's becoming so insane that it took the panhandle to win it. We almost had a radical liberal governor in Gillum. Florida is a giant state. They're going to mess with us the whole way through. And if you don't think that they're manipulating weather, you need to start reading about HARP. HAARP. Okay? They manipulate weather through frequencies. If you think that's crazy, I've been talking about frequencies on this show from day one. I work in the world of healthcare, quantum physics, and frequencies. Weather is frequent. Everything on planet Earth is a frequency. They can send out frequencies to steer and manipulate weather. China's been doing it forever. They openly talk about it. They have been spreading chemtrails to create a problem in the atmosphere so that they can do whatever they want up there, including holographic images, which talks about Project Bluebeam, and things like portraying the second coming of Christ, which would be a complete lie, a holographic image in the sky. So HARP is just that. Is that what they're going to do? I don't know. But it makes me think that's what direction they're going. So it's a little crazy. But on the way home, we're starting to get storms already. Okay. And we had a bad one tonight in the near area. But the other thing I want to tell you about is there's something else coming out. And I told my wife it's getting weird and I joked about this the other day. I said, what are the chances? It's getting so crazy that in the next month, 2 words become mainstream language. And I said these 2 terms are so outrageously crazy. I bet you they become mainstream language. And this morning, the Jewish doctor in, I think, New York, posted it. I posted it. And he basically called Fauci a reptilian. So wait a second. We now have Dr. Stella, right, who blew the whole thing open earlier this week. And afterwards, she got hammered because on the side, she's in Christian ministry, and she talks about alien DNA and reptilians as politicians. David Icke talks about the same thing. Alex Jones talks about the same stuff. And then today, Dr. Zelenko drops reptilian. What are the chances in the next months reptilians and Dracos become mainstream terminology? Guess what? Welcome to the new future coming. Now, are they going to pull off Project Bluebeam, or are they going to pull that off and then give you the real thing? Because they're not going to just say this stuff. And trust me, Zelenko is not a deep stater. Not that I can tell. Dr. Stella is not a deep stater. They wouldn't have said what they said if they were deep state. They're telling you about hydroxychloroquine. The deep state is pushing back against it. Guys, I told you it's going to get crazy. It's getting crazier than I thought it was going to get crazy. I mean, I've been studying this stuff for a long time. I have alien extraterrestrial books behind me. I just got a message sent to me this afternoon from a friend who is a Christian, and I would not say that they're necessarily alien people, like not necessarily believing in that whole thing. Maybe they think they're demons and stuff. She sent me over a couple books that a pastor wrote regarding Q and extraterrestrials. Crap's going down, folks, whether you like it or not. Whether it's Project Bluebeam and or the real thing, we're entering into strange times. Your new normal has medical doctors who are supposed to be in the bag of big pharma talking about medications that actually come from natural remedies, and then calling Fauci a reptilian. Welcome to our new world. And we still have August, September, October, surprise October before this election. And then we have the president saying, oh, we might delay the election if we can't get the voting correct. Is anyone else losing their crap a little bit? I think we are going to learn the truth about planet Earth. And I told you this would be biblical. And if you don't think those topics are biblical, we need to go back and we need to research our Bible and our spiritual books, because it's all in there, right? Go start watching The Door on YouTube. Go start reading your information, because all hell is about to break loose. Okay? And there was some quotes coming from Q. Watch the water. Watch the underground. Because if these things reside anywhere, if you watch Phil Schneider, who was killed, if you watch Phil Schneider was talking about them underground in the dumbs in the tunnels. You saw the website, the Orion Lines. Guys, after a while, you can't just keep putting off sources that are telling you things that are all generally are the same basis of knowledge. You know, what I do when I get something, especially something that seems crazy, okay? I'll see it and I'll go, okay, true or false, I don't know. Nothing really shocks me anymore, okay? So I take something like, okay, we'll see. And then I start researching a little bit. I go to some different sources. I check other places. After a while, if I get to about 3 or 4 or 5 or even 10 sources, guess what? You have to start kind of heading in the direction of, yeah, this stuff might be somewhat, at least mostly accurate. The little fine details might be off, who knows? But yeah, this is where we're headed. Anyway, I totally digress, because the only reason I went off is because my videos are freaking stalled and buffering, and so I figured I got to give you some content. So I've studied enough at this point where I can just kind of wing anything. So I'm going to show you these, though, because I'm going to kind of give you some details behind the scenes here, okay? The next one, which is still buffering as well, is Tucker Carlson, I think, was tonight Tucker Carlson absolutely destroyed President Obama. He called him basically corrupt and despicable because I hate calling him President Obama. Not because I like it makes my skin crawl to call him the president, but he was a president. Anyway, he took 2 shots at our current president at the eulogy. Okay, so this guy went up, he took a shot at the George Floyd incident, basically saying that our cops suck and it was good to defund them. And then he took a shot at the president on the mail-in voting. This president, as Dan Bongino says, is the most corrupt president in United States history. And then Red Pill Bina is going off like crazy, basically still saying he's the Antichrist. And I'm like 90% on Bina. Like not everything am I fully in, and I'm not even fully on the whole Antichrist thing that is Obama. But man, you know what? A lot of it seems like it could be accurate, because you at this point have a past president who is literally going head to head against our current president, which is absolutely despicable. That's not how this country works. He is running a shadow presidency against our president. All right. Now, this one I'm going to keep kind of short. This is Jim Jordan. Jim Jordan basically was told to shut up because he was trying to bring up content. I wish I could show it because it's easier if you understand, if you actually heard it. But anyway, they stopped him from talking. They shut him down in this particular video. They would not allow him to talk. They went against their rules of the committee. And then at the end, when he was done talking, they essentially told him to shut up and put your mask on. The things that they are doing in the House, because it's democratically controlled, are despicable. And as I said the other night when I showed you the hearings with General Barr, they're completely insane. Now I'm going to jump to the next one. I'm going faster now because you don't get the videos, but you're going to get the point. This one right here, this is Senator Feinstein. Now, if you don't remember Senator Feinstein and you know the background on Senator Feinstein didn't know that she had a Chinese spy as a driver for like 2 decades. And she basically said, no, everything is okay. I didn't know about it. I didn't know I had a driver who was a Chinese spy. Now, she spoke out today or yesterday, and she said, these are her words. China is a country growing into a respectable nation amongst other nations. It would be a huge mistake to hold China accountable for the spread of COVID. So, what do I even say? So the lady who had a Chinese spy as her driver for 2 decades and didn't know about it, is now saying that China is a respectable country and that we should not do any blaming of them for anything because they're a growing and competitive country with other nations. You almost have to hear it. I'm not gonna spend a lot of time on it. Now, we have a crazy world where I have to like shake and rub my head all the time. Okay, here's the article that I said might have been one of the greatest articles I've ever read ever before. Now, when I said that, I was not exactly saying it with a straight face, even though I did on the post. I was actually being 100% sarcastic, but wait until you read, or I'm going to take you through the article, okay? Here you go. This is one of my now favorite articles from Crazy Town that I've ever read. And I'm going to show you the highlights of it, okay? But I first have to show you the headline. I'm going to make this really big because I want you to see how completely insane. Now, you might say, well, Dr. Dean, what source is it from? Because we don't want crazy, off the fringe websites because, that's not real journalism. No, hold on. This is actually from Forbes. This article is from Forbes. It was today. Actually, it was early this morning. And let me show you the article. The headline. Let's take a look at the headline. You must not do your own research when it comes to science. Okay, sit back a second. Let me use my sarcastic voice. Sit back a second and let's comprehend that headline. I'm going to read it again. You must not do your own research when it comes to science. Let me take you through this a little bit. All right. Research both sides and make up your own mind. It's simple, straightforward, common sense advice. And when it comes to issues like vaccinations, climate change, and the novel coronavirus SARS-CoV-2, it can be dangerous, destructive, and even deadly. The techniques that most of us use to navigate most of our decisions in life, gathering information, evaluating it based on what we know, and choosing a course of action, can lead to spectacular failures when it comes to a scientific matter. I'm going to try to read some of this. I don't want to read it all because it's completely insane, but there's some really good bits and pieces in here. And the reason is simple. Most of us, even those of us who are scientists ourselves, lack the relevant scientific expertise needed to adequately evaluate that research on our own. In our own fields, we are aware of the full suite of data of how those puzzle pieces fit together and what the frontiers of our knowledge is. Okay? I'm going to go down a little bit because it's doing our own... let me see if I can highlight this. Doing our own research could lead to immeasurable, unnecessary suffering. Oh my God. Okay, let's go into the things that we're stupid about when it comes to science. Let's start with simple, low-stakes example. Fluoridated drinking water. On the one hand, fluoride is a simple ion that shows up in various concentrations. Oh, that's why it's not working. Okay, it probably shut itself down because of all the other videos not working. Okay. On the other hand, fluoride is a simple ion that shows up in various concentrations, including naturally through calcium fluoride in bodies of water all across the world. When humans ingest too little of it, particularly at a young age, it leads to weakened tooth enamel and greater rates of cavities. Oh my God. Let me tell you something real quick. Let me jump back to the camera as I lean in and tell you about this. The person that started fluoridating water was none other than Adolf Hitler because they wanted to dumb down the population. They knew that fluoride dumbs down the brain. Fluoride is one of the most dangerous things you can have in the body. It also calcifies the pineal gland, and it actually will destroy teeth. It will actually, yes, you're right. It will harden the enamel of the teeth. But what it also does is it destroys the organs, and it actually softens and destroys the inside of the teeth, which is actually, the most important. You got to have the actual inside of your teeth. Okay. Now, let me go back to this because this is just the first thing. Okay. In most places in the United States and Canada, our drinking water is fluoridated at a specific level that's safe and effective for humans of all ages. Okay. In places like Colorado Springs, Colorado, significant amounts of fluoride are removed from the water, bringing the levels down to acceptable values. In other places like New York City, fluoride is added to bring the levels up to acceptable values. Oh my God. Oh, this person is so programmed, it's ridiculous. Okay, it goes into Calgary, Alberta, Canada, fluoridation of the water, blah, blah, blah. And down here it says, the idea that our water is natural and adding fluoride has proven more powerful in swaying public opinion in these locations than the science supporting fluoride safety and effectiveness. To the voting public, a fear of chemical and an affinity for what feels natural was more compelling than the dental health of poor children, despite near universal support from dental health professionals. Oh yeah, because the dentists haven't gotten anything wrong, have they? And I like dentists, but come on, right? This is completely insane. Now, here we go. There's an old saying that I've grown quite fond of recently. You can't reason someone out of a position they didn't reason themselves into. When most of us research an issue, what we are actually doing is formulating an initial opinion the first time we hear about something, evaluating everything we encounter after that through that lens of our gut instinct. You tell me one time your gut instinct wasn't more important than science. Let's just tell you that. Always follow your gut instinct. Finding reasons to think positively about the portions of the narrative that support or justify our initial opinion, and finding reasons to discount or otherwise dismiss the portions that detract from it. Now, I want to dive down here again and add one more thing. I think at this point you have found out how insane this article is, but it goes more into scientific expertise and blah, blah, blah. And then we come down here and then it says, okay, there's actually a part up here I might have actually missed. Maybe I didn't. There was a part about vaccines, okay? Now, it says, when it comes to fluoridated drinking water, the consequences may be only mild, cosmetic, barely visible markings on your teeth in the case of overfluoridation, or slight weakening of your tooth enamel in the case of underfluoridation. But in the cases of a number of public policy measures, vaccinations, climate change, or the science of the novel coronavirus and the disease it causes in humans, COVID-19, the stakes are much higher. The consequences of getting it wrong can lead to permanent consequences and may even be life or death matter for many. And they drive in this part right here. When we, oh my gosh. When left to their own devices, a substantial fraction of people will choose not to fully vaccinate themselves or their children. In some schools, up to 60% of children can be unvaccinated against preventable diseases such as measles, leading to a resurgence of diseases that should be eradicated. Many parents have a greater fear of adverse consequences from vaccines, despite the fact that, other than scary... Well, hold on. Let me highlight this. Many parents have a greater fear of adverse consequences from vaccines, despite the fact that, other than skin irritation at the injection sites, medical complications are extraordinarily rare and occur no more frequently than random chance would indicate. I'm done with the article. I gave you all I can give you. I don't know what else to say. When that person is clearly completely out of their damn mind, they are clearly bought and paid for by big science, big pharma, big vaccine, and they're writing this for the deep state, which happens to be Forbes magazine. Okay? Completely insane. And by the way, my job is not to... I'm not trying to be a doctor of all areas. However, I've just done research. And at this point, if you're, I had Dr. Tenpenny on. Dr. Tenpenny is done, right? She no longer holds back on anything vaccines, to the extent she will tell you to your face. You can go watch my interview with her. If you're still vaccinating, this is not me saying this, this is her. If you're still vaccinating, essentially, you're ignorant or stupid. That's what she said. And she actually will no longer take on children who are vaccine damaged because she says, and she is right, if you haven't figured out by now, then you just want to say stay stupid. This person that wrote this article is a deep state operative. That's all I can say about that. I don't know what else to tell you. It is what it is. I'm going to skip some articles tonight because of no video, but I have a couple other things I can show you, and that's not a big deal. I'm happy to do that. Here's the other one. This apparently was a post that someone captured on social media. Bill Gates saying Spread of outrageous coronavirus videos shows flaw in social media platforms. And he said, and I don't have the actual, I don't have the link, or I'd click on it for you. The video spread so fast that even though eventually the social media people stopped it, it was so famous that now people are still seeking it out, Gates said, and he is not happy about it. And what's interesting is, to the right, if you see down here, Dr. Sherry Tenpenny, 2 hours ago, the man doth protest too much. He's not going to mandate anything. The only power he has is the power we hand him. So Dr. Tenpenny is speaking out even on this. So you're seeing the chaos of this world play out. Now, I wanted to show you, I'm changing direction tonight because of the video, and there's no point in doing some of these because you really need to hear them. It's very important, so no big deal. I'll wing it, and I'll bring some of them up later if they still apply to what we're talking about, okay? However, I want to see if this one video will work, and it maybe not, but I'm going to show you something before that because I think this is fascinating. This was actually dropped by usspace.com. All right, and it's a military website, and I'm going to go through, I'll read this out to you because it's a short article. All right, here we go. This is from United States Space Command. Let me see if I can zoom this in a little bit for you. My web is not working well tonight, but it's okay. Department of Defense, usspace.com releases a first formal order to execute multinational space operations. Command Space Operations Center, there's a logo where Space C2 begins. Peterson Air Force Base, Colorado, May 21st, 2020. We didn't even know this happened. OOD is key multinational efforts intended to optimize space operations, improve mission assurance, enhance resilience, and synchronize U.S. efforts with some of its closest allies. This is a major milestone for the newly established command, Raymond said. As the threats in space domain continue to evolve, it is important we leverage and synchronize capabilities with our allies, not only to understand each other's national perspectives, but to work seamlessly together to optimize our multinational space efforts. The purpose of OOD is to strengthen allies' abilities to deter hostile acts in space, strengthen deterrence against hostile actors, and reduce the spread of debris, orbiting the Earth. I have been watching I've been watching Space Force just more closely because some of the stuff they're dropping is pretty incredible. I don't know what else to tell you guys. I can't believe some of the stuff that is being dropped lately, and it's being done behind the scenes. Not everyone sees it. Not everyone knows about it, okay? I'm going to leave that there for the news tonight because my videos, I had a couple videos at the end, and they're not playing. They're not going to play, so I'll deal with that later, and I don't want to just show you a bunch of buffering windows. Sorry about that. Happens. My internet's going well. It must be something else going on with social media. Maybe it's the weather in the area. We did have really bad storms come through. It is what it is. Okay. What are your questions for tonight? Because it's a crazy and strange world we are going through. It is very possible that there are drops tonight on the Ghislaine Maxwell papers. I don't know. I will look for those after I'm done here tonight because it usually takes some time possibly. I'll go through and see. What are your questions tonight? I'll take a few. We ended up a little early only because my videos would have taken me to the hour. And I am happy to answer as much as I can. I'll go as crazy as I can if I have to, if you guys want. Because clearly, there is some out of this world insane stuff that could be coming. Oh, some people want to see the book that I was sent. Let me see if I can find it real quick. I'll bring it up. I have no problem with that. Okay. Somebody asked for a best home water filter. I'm actually going to bring on a water person. It's called Ideal Earth Water. I'm going to bring him on maybe in the next week or two because he is excited as well. So let me get that set up. Where did I get my shirt? I don't remember where I got my shirt. I love this shirt though. I will put a link out if I can find it. I'll have to go back through and find out where I ordered it from if I can find it, okay? Let's see if I can find this real quick and I will show you. I'm happy to show you the link. By the way, the cough is breaking up. I actually brought up some nasty stuff today, so that is a good sign. We are killing the parasites, baby. Okay. I'm going to show you this right here. All right. Here we go. I'm going to show you the book picture, okay? It's called Conspiracy Theory. If you can see it, the C in conspiracy here is theory. Yeah, the C in conspiracy has an X through C. In theory, the O has a Q in it. This has Q in it. Conspiracy Theory, a Christian evaluation of a taboo subject. It's by Doug Van Dorn. Doug Van Dorn, okay? Somebody is asking me, why does Fauci look like Mother Teresa? Okay, I cannot confirm this at all. I wish I could. I cannot confirm this. However, there are strong rumors. Don't get mad at me. I'm just relating it to you. There are strong rumors that Mother Teresa was not the person you think she was. I do not know for sure. It is possible that she was part or at the center or being used for the child trafficking situation, and it's possible. The speculation is that she is Fauci's, or she was Fauci's mother, or I've also heard she was a guy. I don't know. Don't take that for fact. I've not been able to prove it, nor have I even gone down that rabbit hole, because right now it's not worth it. It doesn't really change anything, because if he's going down, it doesn't, I don't know. I mean, obviously it's being worked on. Who knows? The documents have been unsealed. I got a tweet from a friend of mine through Messenger that just sent over. And if this is true, let's just say, earmuffs, kids, the shit is going to hit the fan. I'm going to show you this. This happened 54 minutes ago. You guys okay if I show you documents that I'm reading for the very first time, or pictures of documents that I'm reading for the first time? It looks like the Maxwell Epstein documents have been unsealed, and they're putting them out on Twitter. The Anons are going crazy. So I'm going to show you this one. Okay, here we go. I'll answer more questions in a minute, but I didn't expect this to pop up, so I'm going to take you to it because people just want to know. So here we go. This is from Technofog. The Ghislaine Maxwell Epstein documents have been unsealed. We'll be posting excerpts here, starting with allegations of minor being trafficked to Maxwell, Prince Andrew, and Dershowitz. Here is the actual article. Now, I do not know what I'm reading, so you'll have to bear with me, because as I talk to this, I don't know what some of the words are, and I don't know all of it. I'm just going to go to the highlights. So the CVRA case, I don't know what that means. Okay, so clearly legal stuff. Filed a pleading titled Jane Doe number 3 and Jane Doe number 4's motion pursuant to Rule 21 for joinder in action. The joinder motion contained a number of allegations on behalf of Jane Doe number 3, who is actually Ms. Giffrey, I believe her name is pronounced, plaintiff in the case. The allegations include that Epstein also sexually trafficked the then minor Jane Doe number 3, who was Miss Giffrey, making her available for sex to politically connected and financially powerful people. The politically connected and financially powerful people identified by Edwards and Cassell by name in the joinder motion as having sexual relations with Jane Doe number 3 were Prince Andrew, Duke of York, Prince Andrew, Ms. Maxwell, Jean-Luc Brunel, and Alan Dershowitz, which is the attorney who is saying that we should all be forced vaccinated. Okay, so first time I'm reading it, I don't know everything about it. Oh, here's more. I believe, okay, which time in France? I believe it was around the same time that Naomi Campbell had a birthday party. Where did you have sex with the owner of a large hotel chain in France around the time of Naomi Campbell's birthday? In his own cabana townhouse thing. It was a part of a hotel, but I wouldn't call it a hotel. Jeffrey was staying there. Ghislaine was staying there. Emmy was staying there. I was staying there. This other guy was staying there. I don't know his name. I was instructed by Ghislaine to go and give him an erotic massage. Okay, I'm reading this for the first time, so I don't know all the stuff I'm gonna see. I don't even know who some of these people are. I'm gonna have to read tonight. I might be up late. I think Dershowitz is a scumbag, personally. I think he's absolutely guilty. He can say he's not all day long. His name's on the flight logs, and I don't trust him. He doesn't look like a trustworthy person to me. That's just my opinion. Okay, here's just some more stuff about Maxwell and a Marvin Minsky, whoever that is. That Marvin, you know what this looks like? If you go, okay, I don't know this person. I've never even heard of him. It's an MIT scientist who was at Epstein's complex. I will tell you, this person looks a lot like one of the characters in a Justin Bieber, his latest album and his song. I do not know what it was, but I saw that it was brought up on a Twitter feed one time. I don't listen to that music, nor do I watch any of it, so I kind of left it alone. It's because Justin Bieber was apparently very mistreated, sexually abused, etc. But this guy looks like one of the characters in that music video that I watched a little bit of, okay? Okay, you guys, you can go through all these. I'm not going to go through all of them with you tonight. Let me answer a couple more questions. If you guys want to, you can go through. Again, it's the first time I'm reading them, so let me process it a little bit. And I'm sure other people will be on and they will see it as well. And we'll go from there. Okay. I will give you about 3 more minutes. I'll answer any questions in 3 minutes, and I'm gonna shut this off at the hour so that I can go study apparently the rest of the night. Okay? Yes, it's a song called Yummy. Exactly. If you look in the song Yummy in the video, there's a guy sitting next to him, looks just like that dude. Okay? I mean, a general take on it, the big glasses and everything. So that makes me wonder. This could be totally legit. Okay? Let's see. Who should we follow? That's from Techno Fog. It's at Techno_Fog. All right. Linkin Park singer's death. They knew too much, basically. A lot of the singers and the band people who died were trying to out the human trafficking issue. So that's where that came from. Okay, hold on. Let me real quick, because people are gonna ask. Let me see if I can. Sorry, I'm gonna be quiet just a little bit because I want to find this right here, so you get a little dead air time, which I hate, but it is what it is. I'm gonna show this. I'm not gonna play the whole thing, but I can bring it up. Let me see if it'll play. It's a video. I want to show you who I saw in this, so that I can show you guys what I think that person looked like. I don't know if it will work, but I'm gonna show you anyway. Crap. Hold on again, guys. I'm trying to find. There it is. Let's see if I can get a close-up of this person. I want to show you the connection between the guy in. There we go. Okay. Okay. Here we go. I'm gonna show. So let me see if I can line this up. Okay. Obviously, it doesn't look just like him, but I have a feeling that this is who it is. So here's the picture of MIT scientist Marvin Minsky, who was apparently at Epstein's Island, and then this was the person in Bieber's music video. There you go. I have a feeling that's who that is. Now, I do not know. That's pure speculation, but that is, that's my guess. Okay, you guys seen it. You've seen enough. Okay, I will take one last question, and then we're at the hour. Let's see. Yeah, did everyone see the same thing I was seeing? Yeah, okay. Okay, I'm taking one last question, and then I'm heading out. I cannot tell anyone not to take a vaccine. I can just educate them what they are, okay? Let's see. Looking for one last question. One last question. I know they don't look exactly the same. You think he's just gonna out him? Come on, like, guys, think about creative. Like, Bieber's a very creative individual. Okay, like, he's not gonna show you the same person, or it's gonna be blatantly obvious. I'm not saying the same. I'm just saying it seems like an interesting correlation. Okay, how do you handle cavities naturally? Good question. I work with people to handle cavities naturally by putting minerals back in the body. You also have to have good fats back in the body, and you have to cut off all sugar. It sounds like a common thing that I say. Cut off all sugar, kill the parasites, put good minerals in the body, eat well. That's how it works. That's what I do all day. That's what I help with people all day, okay? That's what I do. All right, guys. Hope that helps. Once again, I was going to show you a very inspiring video at the end of the night here. Can I go? I'm going to show you what it did look like, even though I can't show it to you because it's not working correctly. I was going to show you a very, very positive, uplifting video to end tonight's show with, and now I can't because it's buffering. So I'll show you the picture of it, and I'll explain it real quick because I want you all, I hope I provide value and bring value to you, but I want you all to go help and serve someone every single day to make the world a better place. Here was the buffering video that I was going to show you at the end of the show tonight. And these two 9-year-old best friends since kindergarten reunite after 3 months of quarantine. I'll show it again to you on a different show when it's working. But basically, that little girl that you see with the ponytail, she had not seen her best friend in 3 months because of the stupid quarantine. They've been best friends, obviously, since kindergarten. The little girl gets out of the passenger side of the Ford Explorer. She's a black girl, and the two girls run as fast as they can, and they literally jump into each other's arms and hug each other, and they're crying because they missed each other for their 3 months that they've been away, and they haven't been able to talk. And it was literally like two sisters reuniting who have been disconnected, and it was actually a super sweet video, and I appreciated the video. I'll show you it on a different night, but it just shows the power of humanity, the power of obviously kids. It shows you the power of there is really no such thing as racism other than what has been programmed into our minds, because these two girls have known each other forever. One's white, one's black. They do not care. They do not see color. They just simply see friends. They're obviously best friends, and it's what humanity is made of. That's what we're supposed to be. So, guys, Dr. Jason Dean, Revolution Network. I'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow night. Or no, wait, hold on. Tomorrow afternoon, 2 o'clock Eastern Time. I have an interview. I don't even know his name. He is an Anon from, I believe, the UK. It's not Mappin. He is actually going to talk about Nasera Jacera, and he is widely popular. I reached out to him. He was happy to come on. 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. I don't even know what I'm going to ask him because I have to go watch some of his videos. I saw one or two, and he seemed really smart, really cool. I'm going to have him on, okay? And then tomorrow night, 9:30 Eastern Time, Sasha Stone. He is going to be amazing. If you have not watched Sasha, go check him out on YouTube. He is genius. He talks about the global reset. He talks about the national reset. He talks about ending human trafficking. He is an amazingly spiritual individual. He's awesome. I love Sasha. Never met him, but just like when Sasha talks, like he just emanates peace, light, and spirituality. So I just really love what he's doing for the planet. Guys, Dr. Jason Dean, Revolution Network. Have a wonderful night. Be well. Love you all. Bye-bye.